Talk to him.
Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Whether the winters were left in the cold. Classic. I'm only gonna do this once. Yeah. Ha. International. I seen people be so fickle, nothing surprised me. Double-edged sword, though, consider how you looking at everybody sideways. Shit. Look around, don't know who to trust, not for real. Lately I've been paranoid, I gotta chill. Ask me how I feel, think I'ma tell you not for real. But I grind like I'm still unfulfilled. Ain't satisfied till I touch a certain M's. Can't say the number, they apply to my plans. I'm turning up, for the jump. Come to these bars, I only play above the rim. Boy, I'm Thomas Shepard. Long sleeve with the corduroys. Really came to get buckets. Purnell with the defense. Too slick, you can't touch me. Bud Crawford on offense. I'm unassuming, but I'm really punching. Underrated, I'm starting to love it. Stacking days, I'm stacking the budget. When I win, ain't none of it lucky. Tapped in, I got it from nothing. Stay ready, preheated the oven. Just did a theater, I'm still in recovery. Therapy team, they really love me. They'd kill me if they knew I was jumping. High speed chase, I had to punch it in front of thousands. I started with hundreds. Don't really see no competition, this look like a luncheon. Suggest you let me mind my business, catch you if you lunching. They love you all these years, but at the end you wasn't nothing. Look around, don't know who to trust, not for real. Lately I've been paranoid, I gotta chill. Ask me how I feel, think I'ma tell you not for real. But I grind like I'm still unfulfilled. Present with poise, but I really got no chill. Bars blood, it ain't too thick to get spilled. They think I'm too cool to click, not for real. God ain't done with me yet, dog, I gotta heal. I ain't no run of the mill. Had to surround myself with steel. Yeah, I've been sharpening steel. Hard to feel hard feelings at all when I can hardly feel. Hard as hell counting losses till you count the wins. If I could take the pain all over, swear I'd do it again. The way the hard times unlock me, look different, twin. If you don't understand my plight, then we just different men. If you can't understand my fight, then we got different heads. Yeah, different song. I'm talking about different days. I'm talking about different tribes. I'm talking about different clans. Or I'm sticking to the coats to the bitter end. I'ma live and die by it till I'm ashes in a can. Look, classic. I'm only gonna do this once. What up, yo? I'm Classic with the Classic Codes, and I got another great live show for y'all today. Shout out to everybody that's new sliding through. 333 to all the chat. 333 members already in the chat, man. What's happening? Classic. For sure. We got a great show today, man. What up, Big Scope? Passport Scope said 333. What's going on, my brother? What's going on? So, yeah, man, we got a great show today. We're going to start off with an icebreaker, but make sure that you like and subscribe and turn on notifications because we do this all the time, man. We're going to get you through your day for sure. Classic. Yes, Lord. So, look, man, we're going to start off with an icebreaker, and then we're going to go into our reaction, the meat and potatoes of our conversation for the day, which is our Charleston White reaction. And then we go into a question of the day, and we got a code language conversation, too. So, we got a full show today, and we got time to do it, man. So, it's going to be a very... I think a very enjoyable segment.
Today I got time, cuz.
I mean, so yeah, man, let's move, man. Let's get right into it. Shout out to everybody again, once again in the chat. And for those who are new here, you could be active in my chat. I read most of the chats, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, any wild trolling, I'm not going to engage in. But aside from that, I read everything in my chats, man. So make sure that y'all active. I will get around to you for sure. Give your opinion. We here for all perspectives. So this icebreaker, we're going to slide over to TikTok, and we actually going to be talking about the results of focus, right? So this will be our icebreaker for today. The results of focus. Let's listen to this brother's wisdom. I'm going to play it straight through the first time.
Focused energy creates results. Distractions destroys it. Everybody wants a business. Everybody wants a better life. But most people are split into 10 directions, and you will never be able to grow if your focus, right? If your focus is scattered. Let me give y'all an example of this. Imagine you about to get ready to go chop down the tree. Your mission is to go chop down the tree. You grab your axe and you start hitting that tree in every single angle possible. You hitting that tree for a whole 5 hours, and you get done hitting that tree, and you like, well, damn, hold on, why is the tree not down yet? I've been hitting this tree for 5 hours. It's because you was hitting that tree in all different angles. Your energy was scattered. But see, if I take that same axe and that same tree, right, and I hit it in one spot every time, boom, boom, with precision, bam, what's gonna happen then, Jack? Focus.
Hey, I ain't hear no lies, man. Tears down 333. Conversations with Soft Rain 333. We're gonna let him cook one more time, and then I'm gonna chime in on this concept, right? The results of focus. Let's get it.
Focused energy creates results. Distractions destroys it. Everybody wants a business. Everybody wants a better life. But most people are split into 10 directions, and you will never be able to grow if your focus, right? If your focus is scattered. Let me give y'all an example of this. Imagine you about to get ready to go chop down the tree. Your mission is to go chop down the tree. You grab your axe and you start hitting that tree in every single angle possible. You hitting that tree for a whole 5 hours, and you get done hitting that tree, and you like, well, damn, hold on, why is the tree not down yet? I've been hitting this tree for 5 hours. It's because you was hitting that tree in all different angles. Your energy was scattered. But see, if I take that same axe and that same tree, right, and I hit it in one spot every time, boom, boom, with precision, bam, what's gonna happen then, Jack? Focused energy creates.
Oh yeah. He cooking. He was cooking. Bro was cooking in a real way. You know what I'm saying? The results of focus, man. Let's talk about it. I love the analogy about about chopping down a tree. I love that analogy. You know what I'm saying? Because it's applicable. You know, I think about the my go-to is the drip of water on a brick, right? That's my go-to. If that drip of water just drop, and it can just repetitive, hit the same spot on that brick over and over and over and over and over again, eventually the brick is going to break down. Same thing with the tree analogy. The thing about it is, he's right. I think most people are split in a lot of different directions. Linear focus. This is what I'm on. This is what I'm on. Not these are the things that, nah, this right here, this is what I'm on. Right now, this is what I'm on. I ain't got nothing else going on. This is what I'm on. Every day, all day. People tell you, oh, you extreme, oh, this, that, and the third, oh, this, and until the results. Until the results. Yeah. You know, it's extreme. There's no balance. Oh, when are you going to rest? Until the results. Classic. And then it all makes sense. You know what I'm saying? You know, we in a situation where when you're extraordinary, when you're extraordinary, meaning that you do ordinary things extra, right? To operate at a higher level than most. When you're extraordinary, the ordinary, some will attempt to discourage
your work ethic.
Classic.
You know, some may, you know, attempt to in the way of oh, I'm looking out for you, will attempt to discourage your level of obsession with what you got going on.
I'm only gonna do this once.
But we also understand the results of focus. And I think that's a battle that a lot of people deal with. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Hey, bro, what you gonna do when you trying to really lock in on this goal? You really trying to learn this day trading, and your intentions for learning your day trading is good. You know, you want to support your girl and you want to do this and do that. So you really trying to lock in and really get it down so that you minimize your losses, because you know you have to take some, but you want to minimize them. You really want to dig into the art of day trading, and you really working on that. But you know, your girl telling you, hey, that's all you do, that's all you look at. I know that you're ambitious. I want to see you win, you know, but don't forget about me. Or if y'all got children, don't forget about us, right? What do you do, bro? A lot of dudes are going to choose balance. And that balance may reduce or lower your ceiling of potential. Sister, what you going to do? You know, baby girl, lady, sister, what you going to do when you really locked in on them goals that you had, and your degree is finally working for you, and you trying to get this promotion and get into this next level and get out of, you know, this, that, and the third, and you putting in extra hours, and you know, making your boss a believer, and you the team lead, and you doing everything right, and your man tell you, baby, he telling you, baby, I need you at the house, baby, you ain't gotta work that hard. I work hard so that you ain't gotta work that hard. But you know, a modern woman, and you got your own goals and your own dreams and your own, you know, I ain't go to school for nothing. I didn't get this degree for nothing. And you feel like you right there, but the man that you chose and your protector, your provider, is telling you, hey, I understand that, but you know, we need you at the house, or I need you at the house if y'all don't have children. A lot of women gonna choose the balance, and the balance may reduce that ceiling of potential. So the results of focus is something that I think we're all aware of. I don't think anyone is naive to the results of focus. I don't think anyone's naive to the results of focus. I think that work-life balance, grind-life balance, ambition-life balance gets in the way for a lot of people. What if you took a year out of however many years you got on the calendar to live? What if you took a year and was like, this is what I'm on. I ain't on nothing else. This what I'm on. Well, perfect segue out of the icebreaker into the meat and potatoes of our conversation today, which is going to be about the year of reckoning, right? Because when you do take a year to say, this is what I'm on, you get the results of focus, but everything has pros and cons. We're going to leave the icebreaker right there. We're going to move. So let's slide over and holler at Charleston White, y'all. Let's slide over to Charleston White. Charleston White did, it says, his last ever Say Cheese interview. We'll see if this holds true, right? Say Cheese TV and Charleston White have done a lot of great work together over the years, a lot of great content. We're not going to cover a lot of the meat and potatoes as to why this is potentially his last Say Cheese interview, because that's what a lot of the interview is about. It's packed with information for content creators, but that's not what we're going to cover. That's not the piece of it that we're going to cover. Charleston speaks on the year of reckoning. So in our icebreaker, we spoke about the results of focus. That's what we spoke about, the results of focus. He's going to discuss the full spectrum of the results of your focus. Let's listen, chat.
Yeah, this was a year of reckoning. Yeah, like Diddy. Yeah, this was a year of reckoning. Because when I stand around, I mean, we here now. So, I mean, do you feel like you had a great 2025?
Hell yeah, this is my best year. This was my year to grow and to grow apart from the people that can't grow with me. Yeah, this was a year of reckoning. Yeah, like Diddy. Yeah, this was a year of reckoning. Because when I stand around and look where I made this success, I don't see any familiar faces.
Listen to what he said. He asked him, how was his year? He said, this was my best year. Listen to the duality in the dialogue here. This was my best year. This year I lost a lot of people and this, that, and the third. And when I look around, I don't see a lot of familiar faces, right? So he's talking about the good and the bad all at once, very matter-of-factly. Let's continue.
And I tried to bring a lot of people with me. Yeah, and I stand around and look, homie. I don't know nobody at this level. And I don't hear nobody clapping for me. And it reminded me, nigga, didn't nobody clap for the rise. They didn't understand it. They critiqued it. They talked about it. So, nigga, how they gonna clap for the success? They didn't clap for the rise. A lot of people just along for the ride. Not to say TV hadn't been clapping. Sean Cotton been clapping. Sean Cotton said this. Aiden Ross said that. But they're two different platforms, have nothing to do with what you feel about me.
I'm gonna stay right here. We're gonna stay right here where we was at, right? With the year of reckoning, all right? We're gonna go back through this one more time and I'm gonna interject a little bit more. Let's go.
The reason why a lot of celebrities, homie, don't do YouTube interviews, I didn't understand it first. But if you want to grow, you have to understand it. Yeah, you have to.
What, I mean, we here now. So, I mean, do you feel like you had a great 2025?
Hell yeah, this is my best year. This was my year to grow and to grow apart from the people that can't grow with me.
This was my year to grow and to grow apart from the people that can't grow with me. When he says this was his year of reckoning, the definition of reckoning, the action or process of calculating or estimating something. The action or process of calculating or estimating something. A person's view, opinion, or judgment. Okay? View, opinion, or judgment. The action, or process of calculating or estimating something. So you can actually use both definitions in this regard, right? Having the foresight, understanding your trajectory versus the trajectory of those who may be a bit too close to you for whatever your ascension is about to be. Understanding human nature, understanding the concept of jealousy, understanding the concept of envy, understanding the concept of silence in the midst of your successes. You know, sometimes people don't boo you. Sometimes they just don't say nothing when they should be clapping. I'm going to say that one more time. Sometimes people don't boo you. Sometimes they just don't say nothing when they should be clapping.
Classic. Why you ain't say nothing?
Why you ain't say nothing? So I feel him. Let's continue with the rest of what he said.
Yeah, this was a year of reckoning. Yeah, like Diddy. Yeah, this was a year of reckoning. Because when I stand around and look where I made this success, I don't see any familiar faces.
You got to understand something, man. I think that a lot of people don't understand when they want clout, when they want wealth, especially when you come from humble beginnings and a lot of your circle, or a lot of people around you come from humble beginnings and similar beginnings to you, or whatever the case may be, right? When you aspire for these things and you actually start to acquire these things and rise to these levels, I think some people ignore the parts that a lot of these successful folks talk about in their interviews, because this information is available. But I think a lot of ambitious people ignore the parts about this, the cons that come with all the pros, this money that you want, the notoriety that you want, the recognition that you desire. All that's cool. Those are the pros. These celebrities, or not even celebrities, but just successful people, will tell you about the cons, and even the ones that aren't famous. Go listen to some of the interviews of some of these people that are just good businessmen. They're not necessarily famous people, but they make good wealth off of business, right? These folks will tell you they deal with similar cons to that of the celebrities, because why? They doing better than most. And when you're doing better than most, sometimes that aura can inspire people. That aura can make people, you know, some of the most envious and, you know, devious, you know, sides of people come out. You know what I'm saying? That aura, it produces a lot of different reactions from a lot of different type of folks. And so a lot of times when people be looking to grow and evolve and the rise and the elevate, they forget how much shit they got to drop off to go to that altitude. You understand what I'm saying? They definitely do.
I'm only gonna do this once.
And I think Charleston doing a good job of expressing that it's a lot that come with this shit.
And I tried to bring a lot of people with me. You know, I stand around and look, homie. I don't know nobody up this level. And I don't hear nobody clapping for me. And it reminded me, nigga, didn't nobody clap for the rise. They didn't understand it. They critiqued it. They talked about it. So, nigga, how they gonna clap for the success? They didn't clap for the rise. A lot of people just along for the ride. Not to say TV hadn't been clapping. Sean Cotton been clapping. Sean Cotton said this. Aiden Ross said that. But they're two different platforms, have nothing to do with what you feel about me. Yeah. See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So yeah, now nigga, I'm back vulnerable. I don't know nobody.
I'm back vulnerable. I don't know nobody. I can identify with that.
Classic.
I can identify with that. A lot of I can't say unfamiliar. I feel familiar, but a lot of new faces. You know what I'm saying? A lot of ghosts. I feel them. Year of reckoning.
I don't know who to trust. Because everybody I trust either talk about me, don't talk to me.
Come on, Charleston. Come on, Charleston. Oh, yeah.
Classic.
Yeah.
I'm back vulnerable. I don't know nobody. I don't know who to trust. Because everybody I trust either talk about me, don't talk to me, and nigga, I helped everybody.
I seen people be so fickle, nothing surprised me. You can't make this shit up, man. Double-edged sword, though. Consider how you looking at everybody sideways. The year of reckoning, man.
Look around, don't know who to trust. Nah, for real. Lately I've been paranoid, I gotta chill. Ask me how I feel, think I'ma tell you not for real. But I grind like I'm still unfulfilled. Ain't satisfied till I touch a certain M's. Can't say the number, they apply against my plans. I'm turning up, dog, this one for the gym. Come to these bars, I only play above the rim. Boy, I'm Thomas Shepard, long sleeve with the corduroys. Really came to get buckets. Purnell with the defense, too slick, you can't touch me. Bud Crawford on offense. I'm unassuming, but I'm really punching. Underrated, I'm classic.
He talking, chat.
So maybe this is what they say when it's lonely at the top. My mama said this is what God wants you to be, nigga. Because you trying to take everybody with you. You trying to help everybody. Nigga, my debit card, I lost my debit card the other day. When I got to the hotel, my phone was fucked up. Nigga, I went out, spilled some juice on my phone, couldn't unlock my phone to pay for my room. I couldn't think of one person to call, nigga. That I know. That I had never, hey, I ain't think of one person I called. Say, man, can you pay for me a room? I told several people. Nigga, when them people hung up, they didn't say, man, let me see if I can pay for your room. Nigga, it made me look at the world different.
Come on, man.
Classic.
No, man. No. Nope. Yeah, y'all done popped up on the classic codes. They done seen the reels, they saw the clips, they saw the snippets, and they thought, man, dude probably just be up there for an hour just talking shit. Nah, we be having real conversations about real life around here. Real conversations about real life around here. Is some humor involved? Yeah. Some satire involved? Yeah. We gonna joke a little bit. We gonna troll a little bit. Yeah. Depend on the day, right? But some days, you know what I'm saying?
I know you see me trying to crack the code.
Hey, look. Hey, Ted said hitting real close to home. Oh, hey, Ted, you feel me? Come on, man. And that's why I be saying, like, men understand the plight of men, bro. It's a frat. It's a frat that life hazed us into. Manhood is a frat that life hazed us into.
Classic.
Shit. I can't do nothing but empathize and say, I feel him. You know what that mean? Dude strong. He's strong as hell. Cause he doing good in spite of. He all right in spite of. He got food, clothes, and shelter in spite of. So that means he's strong. He done found some strength, right? Life done fortified him. But it also has hardened his heart. Listen to him talking.
Nigga, I done gave out all this money. But them hoes came. Rollo came. But yeah, no, nigga, I couldn't think of one person to call.
Shit, I gave out something worse than money. I gave time.
Classic.
I gave something more expensive than money. I gave time.
I'm only gonna do this once.
So hell, shit, damn, shit, fuck a couple thousand, nigga. I gave days. Hey, how much for one of y'all Thursdays back? How much for one of y'all Tuesdays? Huh? How much? What's the ticket? Yeah, I gave time.
Classic.
Come on.
So I'm saying, nigga, why help people who can't help you if you need help? And nigga, they ain't helping you be successful. When I look out the people who I call my friends, I see more of my family and my friends supporting that fake page that's scamming people. And I look at my real page, I don't see one like, one share, one nothing. But nigga, I see y'all like everybody else shit. Won't share nothing, but I don't take it personal. I use that as the motivation. To say, I don't know nobody shit, nigga, cause y'all didn't help me. And when I look at it, nigga, but yeah, no, nigga, I couldn't think of one person to call. So I'm saying, nigga, why help people who can't help you if you need help? And nigga, they ain't helping you be successful. When I look out the people who I call my friends, I see more of my family and my friends supporting that fake page that's scamming people. And I look at my real page, I don't see one like, one share, one nothing. But nigga, I see y'all like everybody else shit. Won't share nothing, but I don't take it personal. I use that as the motivation.
Oh my God. Come on, man. Look, y'all gonna turn this bitch into a musical. Come on, man.
Why you ain't say nothing? I'm only gonna do this once. You always knew I'd make it in the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? You believed in me the whole time, for real? Yeah. I couldn't tell. You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Seen them hard times, couldn't kill me. Why you ain't say nothing? Stages I'm on getting bigger. Now you wanna say something. But watching my story, all winning. Why you ain't say nothing? 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 You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Stages I'm on getting bigger. Now you wanna say something. Put that on my soul. Oh no. They ain't hungry no more when it's time to eat crow. Or farming, I'm enhancing my glow. Ain't gon' argue with you about what I know. Photo album, all I'm seeing is ghosts. Had to remodel from pillar to post. Said what I said, I ain't come here to argue. You said congratulations, should've said sorry. Got it, now you won't be part of the party. Your access denied, I'm sorry, not sorry. When I need a classic.
Come on, man. We can't make this shit up.
To say I don't know nobody shit, nigga, cause y'all didn't help me.
Listen, man, I don't know Charleston White from a can of paint. I bet you it's hella men in the chat right now that can identify with everything he's saying specifically for 2025. That's why I can't rock with people when they say there's no validity to astrology. It be frequencies and waves going on. Like whole, you know what I'm saying? Spiritual warfare, all that. So you get this he stays somewhere in Texas. I'm where I'm at. bro, Ted's where he at, it's all type of shit going on. Everybody, and we all get it. And we all get it. So you can't tell me it ain't nothing to it, man. It be the shit, it be waves. You know what I'm saying? And people that's on certain frequencies, they experiencing the same stuff. Me and my cousin, I ain't gonna tell y'all too much, but me and my cousin, our whole journeys, we in different avenues of life, different, we do different things by trade. Our journeys are always in alignment. Progress, successes, always in alignment. I call him, man, look, this just happened. I just got a contract sent to me for this. Whoa. Damn, that's crazy, G. It's always like this. I just got a contract. Look. He's sending me. I'm sending. Yeah, and we share successes, and it worked like this all the time. He got to win. I got to win. I'm buying champagne. He buying champagne. You know what I'm saying? So you can't tell me it ain't nothing to it, man.
And when I look at it, nigga, y'all are really waiting for me to fall, including the Say Cheese TV platform. Y'all waiting for me to fall. That's why every time I go negative, nigga, it's rushed to be shown. Aiden Ross won't never paint me in a negative light. He won't even let it, he'll clip it out. He'll edit it because he know he controls the narrative of the perspective of what his crowd see me as.
Yeah. We gonna stop it right there because I think it's one of those situations where, you know, on your way to trying to get to where you going, you get this tumultuous journey, right? And you going through it, you dealing with whatever, you jumping your hurdles, you breaking through the brick walls, you know what I'm saying? You turning brick walls into doorways, you making shit shake, and you start looking around and you start gaining the understanding of what you call a friend, what you call, you know, your dog or your whatever it is, right? And you be like, this ain't what I call that. You feel me? And you got to do some spring cleaning, man. You got to do some spring cleaning. You know, them hot air balloons, for example, the more people in the basket, the lower the maximum altitude. So all I'm saying is for the people that aspire to really elevate, understand there's cons that come with them pros for sure. It's cons that come with them pros for sure. Don't think that every person that becomes super successful in their career path financially, and especially if it comes with notoriety, don't think that all them people who have gone public for cutting off their family, or it comes out that they cut off their family or don't talk to their families or whatever since they've become successful. Don't think that all them people in the wrong. Don't think all them people in the wrong. Don't just assume that. Cause a lot of that fat that them people trimming that happen to be relatives or whatever, or friends or whatever it is, a lot of that fat that them people is trimming, you know, it be folks that wasn't, you know, they was kind of happy for you type shit.
I'm only gonna do this once.
Everybody ain't. Hey, listen, some people don't even like how they spirit make them feel, but everybody don't be happy for successful people. You don't even have to have shit. You could just have aura. Be the person that just show up glowing. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then you don't know what I'm talking about. Be the person that just be glowing and shit. Motherfuckers would be jealous of the glow.
Yeah.
I ain't lying to you. They'll be jealous of the glow. Oh, you don't like it. You don't like it. I'm sure of myself. I feel good. You could tell I feel good. I look good. You could tell I know I look good. You know what I'm saying? I'm moving like it. I'm talking like it. I'm walking like it's looking like it. You feel me? And you don't like it. You don't like it. You feel me? So it's just come on, man. They don't like it's one thing motherfuckers hate is somebody with some certainty. With all the insecurity floating around in the world and all the self-consciousness and all that shit floating around, don't be the one person in the room that's just certain of themselves. That just ain't really tripping. Super, super duper comfortable in their own skin. Man, that shit be having motherfuckers, demons, doing all type of shit in the party, in the function, in the grocery store, at the gas station. Niggas, demons be dancing around your angel.
Classic.
I'm just saying, man. Let's go to the chat real quick. Ted said hitting real close to home. Ted's also said money can't buy what I lost. Conversations with Soft Rain said fire emojis. Ted's down said I do spring cleaning in the winter. Passport Skull said no lies told. That's what's up. Shout out to Chat 333, man. Make sure everybody that's sliding through hit the like button and subscribe. Hit the like button and subscribe. But the year of reckoning, man. Yeah, let's move into the code language. Let's talk about it. So the code language today is on reckoning. I know I read the definition earlier, but we're going to get a little bit deeper into it. Like we always do with the code language conversation is we look into the definition and then we go from there. So a lot of people, when they think reckoning, I think they think of something a little bit more gross than what the actual definition and overview is, right? So the actual first definition is a noun, the action or process of calculating or estimating something, right? That's the reckoning. Right. The second definition is a person's view, opinion, or judgment. Right. By ancient reckoning, bacteria are plants. Right. I reckon. Remember when people used to say, well, I reckon blah, 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 blah. Right. So that means that they're estimating or they're guesstimating or calculating or in their opinion or their assessment, they believe blah, 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 blah. So reckoning actually comes from like I reckon. Right. I think a lot of people think of reckoning and they think of something a little more harsh, right? Like a come to Jesus moment or some type of a gross judgment or apocalyptic affair, right? So that's not what that is. I think we hear wreck and we get a little bit carried away. Let's look at the overview, see if we can get something. Let's see. It's giving me a movie. Hold on. Okay, reckoning refers to counting, calculation, or settling accounts, but most powerfully signifies a moment of judgment, accountability, or facing consequences, right? Often used in the day of reckoning for inevitable reckoning with past actions. It also means an estimate, a bill, or a ship's position calculation. Essentially, it's about tallying up, but with serious moral or consequential weight when used in its most common modern sense. Okay, so it's a lot here. So judgment, accountability, or facing consequences, right? But again, we're not talking about nothing apocalyptic. We're talking about just coming to a conclusion of sorts, essentially, is what we're gathering here, is what a reckoning is. And I think that there's a lot of things, like I said, there's going to be shedding phases and a lot of different things that you got to go through when it's time to have a reckoning, if you will. But sometimes it's messy. Sometimes it's a little bit more neat, but necessary it will be. Indigo Flow, what up, Indigo? Even apocalyptic must mean revelatory or something to that effect. Salute. What up, Indigo? I can see that. Tez Down said my favorite day is Reckoning Day. Tez, hey man, you've been on something where you just out for smoke, huh? Bro, just out for smoke these days. I get it though, man. Hey, you gotta have a no-go season every once in a while.
Sometimes you just gotta crash on that.
I totally understand. Just means. Oh, just. There was a typo. I got you. Even apocalyptic just means revelatory or something to that effect. Yeah, sometimes we put too much weight on words, and that's why it's good that we do these code languages and break them down, because sometimes we think of something a little bit more gross than what it is. But yeah, I think, for anybody else in the chat, if they want to disclose, matter of fact, I'm going to drop the link too in case anybody want to join the conversation real quick. I'm going to drop the link real quick for y'all in case anybody want to join the conversation the rest of the way, because we got one more segment and I believe it's the question of the day. So if anybody want to join me for the question of the day, I'm with that for sure. But yeah, man, when I think of reckoning, I think of I reckon, and that's a lot lighter than us thinking about a wreckage, right? So yeah, man, that's reckoning in the code language for it. Shout out to the chat for contributing to the conversation on that one as well. Yeah. All right, we finna slide into the question of the day. I just dropped the link in the chat for anybody that want to join. I know Tez was live earlier. I don't know if he's still in the studio, but if I see anybody pop up, as long as their video is showing, I'll bring you on into the conversation. We finna move into the question of the day. All right, this is a little wordy, so rock with me real quick, okay? What type of person does one need to be to rock with you for life? What type of person does someone need to be to rock with you for life? So explain that to me, chat. I would definitely want to get an understanding of it. Like what characteristics, what traits, what things can they embody? What things can they absolutely not embody if they're going to have? And this is any type of relationship, right? This could be romantic relationship, friendship, siblinghood, any type of relationship. What type of person does somebody need to be able to rock with you for life? Talk to me on this one in regards to the question of the day. What type of person does somebody need to be? I could say for me, self-sufficient, maybe. Self-sufficient, probably. Because if, like, I don't know, I spend a lot of time working towards what I'm working towards. You feel me? So, like, anybody that's, like, maybe on the spectrum of needy, I don't know how long. I don't know if we got lifelong in us. I don't know if it's going to be lifelong. We might have a run. I don't know about lifelong. And that's in any type of relationship. Ted said, respect me enough to let me be me in peace. I like that one. That's actually reasonable as fuck, bro. Indigo Flow said loyal. Okay. What does loyalty mean to you, Indigo Flow? Let's go a layer deeper with that. What does loyalty mean to you, Indigo? You said loyal. What does that mean to you, though? Because loyalty look different for everybody. Ted said, respect me enough to let me be me in peace. I like that one. Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, because if somebody let you rock out and be yourself, you know what I'm saying, at all times, and let you be comfortable being yourself and shit like that. Like if you quirky or you crack, corny jokes or some shit or whatever, like you got your little whatever, could be perceivably a ick to somebody else, but this person just, it's a shoulder shrug to them, like shit, that's just this person being this person. I can see how that'll keep y'all, connected on some lifelong shit, even in any type of relationship dynamic. Ted said, I don't even need loyalty, to be honest, just the respect. Interesting. He said he don't need loyalty, just the respect. Kay, what up, Kay? What up, dog? He said principled. What does that mean to you? Talk to me. What does that mean to you? Principled. What does that mean? Indigo Flow 85 said steadfast, not in the sense that they never stumble or fall, but that even when they do, their integrity is apparent. I like that. I like that. I like that. Yeah. Because this is Indigo. This is reasonable here, because guess what? There's some grace, right? There's some grace here. There's a little bit of mercy here. There's some wiggle room here. You're not expecting perfection out of this person. And I think that could apply to all relationship dynamics too. Appreciate you for spelling that out. Tez Down said, most people in today's society are only loyal to their own mission. That respect will carry though. Yeah, I can see that. I don't know though. I can't say most people. And the only reason why I can't say most people is because of how uncommon discipline is, especially in our part of the world. If we just focused on the West, discipline is very uncommon. We have a lot of results to show that that's the case, right? So if discipline is uncommon, then how is it a situation where most people are focused on their own mission? I don't think most people are focused on their own mission. I think most people are more so fans and patrons of others who are living out their mission. I think it's a smaller percentage of people that are focused on their own mission. And I think it's a situation where I think it's a smaller group of people that are focused on their own mission. And I think it's a larger group of people who are cheerleading for something. Oftentimes, though, the problem is that they're not cheerleading for people that they grew up next to or been standing next to the whole time. It's normally a stranger that they champion. Weird, but also normal. Indigo Flow said, K, a man gotta have a code. For sure. K said a solid foundation of values. If someone is just loyal to me, then maybe one day I could look at myself and be both just. Wait. Let me start over. A solid foundation of values. If someone is just loyal to me, then maybe one day I look at myself and we both just suck. Okay. If we've both got principles, we keep each other on track. If someone is just loyal to me, then maybe one day I look at myself and we both just suck. If we've both got principles, we keep each other on track. I'm gonna mull that one over. I don't know how I feel about that one yet, K. 100. Tears Down said, by mission, I just mean themselves. I don't think most people are self-absorbed like that, Tez. You got to think about it, Tez. If more people were self-absorbed, it would be more people with gym memberships. It would be less obesity in the country. Like even just like, okay, put it like this, like the lack of discipline that we have, it runs so deep that more people are inclined to save up some bread that they don't have to spend on a surgery with a middle class ass and go get a surgery instead of just locking in at the gym. Like that's how little, like when I think about people who are focused on themselves, like you saying, I'm thinking about people that's on their shit. Most people not on their shit. Most people just doing some, bare minimum, if that type shit. Like the proof is in the results though, for sure. I don't know. He said even the most loyal homie can get married and his loyalties must change. For sure. It depends on what loyalty look like to you though. But yeah, for sure. And that's why I said too, like self-sufficiency. Like for me, like for somebody to be in my life long term, like it can't be a situation where they gotta talk to me. They gotta talk to me every day. They gotta tap in with me, you know what I'm saying? Every so, like, you know what I'm saying? If they needy, like, I don't know, that shit gonna have some wear and tear. That's just me though. Tez Down said, I think both of these are true. It's definitely true that most are not on their grind, but I do think most are self-centered. How does that work though? I think it's false. I don't think most people are that self-centered, bro. I really don't. I think most people talk good as a motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think most people just be talking. They not really that self-centered. Because if you were self-centered, you would be on your shit. Think about it. If you love being in the mirror, but how do I say this nicely? I'm trying to do better about being like less offensive or like brute with my word selection and shit. But if you fall under, if you have a high BMI, let's go that route. If you got a high body fat percentage, right? But you also love being in the mirror, and you also are self-centered, at some point, you gonna take your ass to the gym. You are. If you that self-centered, if you that self-focused, if you that goal-oriented, at some point, you gonna get on your shit. It's gonna click. Either that or somebody fronting. I think somebody lying. Ain't that what Kendrick said? No cap. Ted said, okay, I take their talk at face value and write them off. I see what you mean. Yeah. Like that's what I'm saying, Ted. I think a lot of people talk like they be loving the hell out they self no matter what. I think a lot of people talk like they, you know what I'm saying? But like in actuality, if what they really wanted to be like, if what they really wanted to look like, if the bread they really wanted to make, didn't require the amount of work and sacrifice and discipline that it does require, they do it. You feel me? A lot of people run from the work, and that is not a self-centered person. That's lazy. Lazy. So you can't be lazy and self-centered. I don't think that's possible. But we could debate about it. Anybody in the chat, we could debate about it. I don't know if you, because if you lazy, you're not as self-centered as you're letting on. You're gonna do the work to make sure you straight. If you really in love with yourself like that. He said the front. Yeah, they be fronting. Yeah. We doing numbers today though. Make sure everybody hit the subscribe button, hit the like button while you passing through for sure, for sure. Hit the like button and hit the subscribe. But the question of the day, what type of person does someone need to be to rock with you for life? Tez Down said, maybe entitled if you're lazy, but yeah. Conversations with Soft Rain says self-centered versus confidence. I don't know. I think there's it's like one of them thin line type things, maybe. But I think you said you missed some of the conversation. Oh yeah, we were talking about the question of the day. What type of person does someone need to be to rock with you for life? But Tez was chiming in and he was speaking on, he was saying that he believes that let me go back. He said most people in today's society are only loyal to their own mission. That respect will carry though. And I was saying that I don't think most people are loyal to their own missions, because if they were, there would be more people that are actually doing the work. And our results in society show up in a lot of different ways that we lack discipline largely as a society in this part of the world. And so we were kind of going back and forth, disagreeing on that, and agreeing on some parts for sure. But Tez Down said it's deeper for sure. Yeah, there's some layers to the conversation. But self-centered versus confidence, I like this talking point. You said self-centered versus confidence. I think that around the wrong person, confidence is self-centered, right? But around the wrong person, like if you're around a person that's highly insecure, your confidence could come off as arrogance. Your confidence could come off as pompous. Your confidence could come off as, doing too much. Your confidence could come off a lot of different ways around the wrong person, for sure. Around another confident person, your confidence will just be confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think if Floyd Mayweather and Muhammad Ali was having a conversation and they both started talking shit about how dope they are, I think both of them would understand each other. It wouldn't bother the other person. So, yeah, I think it just depends on what room you in for real. But I do believe like being self-centered does come with a level of obsession over something. Like somebody could be self-centered in a way of making sure that they bread is over straight, right? Somebody could also be self-centered in a way of making sure that they body is on point, right? They're in love with their aesthetic. They really like how they look. And they really like the body that they was blessed with, like the face, they like their face card, they like their frame, and they trying to max that shit out. So they stay in the gym, they stay on their diet, they stay on their smoothies. You know what I'm saying? They really, but I do think being self-centered does come with some level of obsession in some category regarding one's own self, for sure. And I think if that person is obsessing for long enough, if they don't have some type of a dysmorphia or dysmorphic thought process, I do believe that will eventually breed confidence. But I think confidence comes from preparation. My belief is that confidence comes from preparation and previous results. That's my belief though, right? So if I've done something 100 times and I've had a success with it 99 times, I'm going to be confident on attempt 101. I'm going to be very confident because I'm 99-1. You feel me? So I think confidence comes from that. And then it also comes from, hey, did I get right? Did I get myself ready for this moment? Do I know, regardless of do anybody else know, do I know I put the work in to be at my best for whatever said situation it is? And I think that breeds confidence as well. For sure, for sure. Ralph said, unless you're talking about faith, confidence in God, then it would be different. I mean, I don't get where you're going with that, Ralph. But I feel you though. Conversations with Soft Rain said, understand, for sure, for sure. But yeah, question of the day. What type of person does someone need to be to rock with you for life? We not trusting them folks without no profile pictures. We not doing that, chat. We not doing that. But yeah, great talk on that one. And if y'all catch this on the rewatch, make sure y'all chime in with the conversation. And let me know what y'all think about this for sure. So yeah, man, we covered everything. I do have time for chat Q&A. So if y'all got any topics or any questions or anything y'all want to throw out, it shouldn't offend nobody. Nobody's offended. I don't think anybody's offended. You said unless you're talking about faith, confidence in God, then it would be different. I was just saying I don't really know what you mean. Hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. But yeah, nobody's offended, bro. You could bring up God here. We have a whole Sunday service show. We have a whole Sunday service show that streams on the Raw Society Coalition channel. Make sure you get in tune with the coalition. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, make sure you subscribe to that channel as well, the Raw Society Coalition. And make sure you click the link and shop for some merch as well. Shop for some merch with us. Get you one of these fly hoodies. You know what I mean? Get all the way situated. But, yeah, Ralph, you good to talk about God here, brother. I mean, this is a platform where we come to agree to disagree and we communicate to understand. So agreement is secondary here. We just trying to understand each other's POVs. You know, if it's going to be a lot of different perspectives floating around in the world, I think we all could benefit from understanding as many of them as possible so we could be well-rounded and move, you know, act accordingly, you know what I'm saying, and choose wisely, you know what I'm saying, for sure. But shout out to you, Ralph. Welcome to the chat. But yeah, we got a live show coming up. Oh, what was I saying? Oh yeah, we got time for chat Q&A. Anybody got a topic? Anything they want to talk about? Anything at all? Obviously, if it's something crazy, we're not gonna do it. But you know, anything within reason, topic, question, sports, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We got time for chat Q&A today. So I'll give y'all a few minutes to conjure something up, and we can have us a little more conversation. I got another cool like 15 minutes for y'all. We barely at the 1 hour mark. So let's do a little extra. Let's get the streets a little extra. Tez, I dropped the link already if you want to join for this portion, bro, for the chat Q&A, but that's up to you, bro. I know you be on the move too. So, but yeah, I'm gonna play this record. And if y'all got any questions or anything y'all want to talk about for the chat Q&A, go ahead and drop that. I'm gonna jam out, man. Let's get it.
Why you ain't say nothing? I'm only gonna do this once. You always knew I'd make it in the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? You believed in me the whole time? For real? Yeah. I couldn't tell. You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Seen them hard times, couldn't kill me. Why you ain't say nothing? Stages on moon getting bigger. Now you wanna say something. Been watching my story all winter. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't call? Why you ain't say nothing? Damn. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't? Damn. You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't? Stages I'm on getting bigger. Now you wanna say something? Put that on my soul. Oh no. They ain't hungry no more when it's time to eat crow. Or farming, I'm enhancing my glow. Ain't gon' argue with you about what I know. Photo album, all I'm seeing is ghosts. Had to remodel from pillar to post. Said what I said, I ain't come here to argue. You said congratulations, should've said sorry. Doubt it, now you won't be part of the party. Your access denied, I'm sorry, not sorry. When I needed air, niggas wouldn't have farted. Now they pulling up and thinking we solid. Now I'm on the phone talking $1 million topics. Up early, Zoom call out to Abu Dhabi. Don't answer my phone if it's gonna be about gossip. I don't really care, everybody got problems. That's why I be sharing my woes, letting y'all know it's okay, you can come up from the bottom. Whoa. Scraping, scratching, clawing. Before I start running, I started with crawling. Before I got balance, I started with falling. Started with broke before I ever was balling. Started with hope before ever rewarded. They ain't show up till I became important. You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing, man? Seen them hard times, couldn't kill me. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Stages I'm on getting bigger. Now you wanna say something? Been watching my story all winter. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't call? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Damn. You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't? Stages I'm on getting bigger. Now you wanna say something? Man, they lay in the cut, stay in the cut. Watch you blow up and won't show you no love. People I got the most hope from in life at one point or another. I thought we was bruh. One point or another. Classic.
We ain't got nothing for chat Q&A. That's okay. No problem. No worries. That's all good. I gave y'all a few minutes, man. I hope y'all enjoyed that record. Hope y'all enjoyed the tune. Hold on, here we go. Yup. In the fourth quarter, conversations with Soft Rain. Does confidence require external validation? That's a great question. Excellent question. For some, does confidence require external? Does it require? I like the way it's. I'm gonna answer it the way it's worded. Does confidence require external validation? No. It's not required to be confident. I think that if one has a certain relationship with themselves, you can have confidence that comes from within, you know, and you know, somebody else pouring in and saying, you know, oh, you know, this, you're pretty, or oh, you're such a great person, or oh, you know, it can contribute, you know, it can, like you said, provide additional validation. But do I think confidence requires external validation? Not necessarily. I think the only thing that requires external validation is like self-assessment. So like you can, like, okay, so for example, like I can have an opinion of me, but then there's situations where my opinion of me is irrelevant, right? If I'm, you know, I might think that I'm great for this job, or whatever the case may be, or I have all the skills, or the people skills, or the communication skills, or whatever the case may be. But whatever I put out in my interview, however my interview went, the interviewer didn't feel the same about me that I feel about myself and my skill set and my ability to produce at this role. And so, you know, they passed for another candidate on that job. That's a situation where my self-assessment or my self and internal validation, though it may be unwavering, it doesn't matter, right? It didn't breed me any results. So yeah, I think that, you know, internal validation and having a great relationship with oneself on all fronts, I think is dope. I think is something that everybody should strive to do. I think not enough. This is a great question because I think not enough people actually have the ability to validate themselves internally. I think for a lot of people, external validation may be actually a requirement for a lot of people. But do I think in general it's a requirement for somebody to be confident? No. But for a lot of people, that may be applicable. Let's see. Conversations with Soft Rain said, can you give some advice to someone who struggles with being confident, or what can someone do to help breed confidence? Put work in. Just put dog work in. Whatever it is that you lack confidence at, just put dog work in. Just put work in. OD. Just OD. Don't let nobody overtalk you about balance. Don't let nobody talk to you about being obsessive. As long as you approaching whatever it is in a healthy capacity, right? Just put work in. And confidence comes from preparation. I believe confidence comes from being prepared, and confidence also comes from previous results, right? So that's just what it is. You know what I mean? If you've had success in the area, or if you know okay, it's one or the other. So you might be a prodigy at something, and ever since you was little, you was just dominant, right? I played football with cats like that. Even since we was little kids, they just were studs, right? Somebody could say I was one of them, but I don't want to come off a certain way. I played football with cats like that. These cats was dogs when we was 7 years old. They was dogs in high school. They was dogs in college. You feel me? They just was dogs, right? So their previous experiences give them confidence as they move on to these next steps, as they went from playing little league to playing high school ball, and then playing up because they're so good, playing varsity as a freshman or playing JV as a freshman or whatever the case may be. These guys have confidence more so than other kids they age because of their previous results they've had. They have a history of success. Another situation could be where you have failed enough times to where you actually got good, and now you have confidence. So like I'll use myself for an example for this for sure. I never could beat my brother at basketball one-on-one. My older brother, I never could beat him one-on-one at basketball. But he kicked my ass every time we played, all the way up until I was like 15. When I was 15, I was probably I was just probably only an inch shorter than him. And I was like a sophomore, but I had played some varsity ball. And basketball was no longer at that point his first sport anymore. And it definitely was mine. And we checked ball one-on-one. And I beat him that time. I ain't look back. You feel me? And when I played him at 15, I had confidence because I knew what my skill level was all them times I lost, and I knew that I had gotten much better than that. And so the confidence came from my preparation. So yeah, that would be my advice, is just be prepared. Just for those who just filing in, I had a question from the chat. We doing chat Q&A. I had a question from the chat. Can you give someone advice? Can you give some advice to someone who struggles with being confident, or what can someone do to help breed confidence? So yeah, my advice and what you could help to breed confidence is get prepared, get right. Stack days, one day after another, compound interest, whatever it is, because everybody got different things that they struggle with. If it's something where resilience and work ethic isn't really required, let's say it's hygiene, right? Educate yourself. It would be an educational thing in that regard. And once you educate yourself and implement certain things into your daily practices, I think you'll have more confidence in that regard. You know what I'm saying? And be able to, go about whatever life decisions you want to make without being concerned about whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? So I think that, yeah, it's just about being educated and being, giving effort for sure. Ted said facts. Yep. Great question, Sovereign. Great question. That was awesome. Came in the fourth quarter with the chat Q&A for sure. Gratitude. But yeah, chat. So if you haven't already, make sure you grab your tickets. February 13th, we're doing a live meetup, live show, Singles and Soulmates, Valentine's Day weekend. It's the Friday before Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day will be on a Saturday, 2026. So February 13th, come on out to the west suburbs of Chicago and then go ahead and enjoy your Valentine's Day in the city of Chicago. But come get warmed up with us Friday, February 13th, the Singles and Soulmates Raw Society Coalition Valentine's Day live panel, also including a full concert from myself, B-Class. Y'all know me as Classic with the Classic Codes. So yeah, man, make sure that y'all tap in, get y'all tickets. The link is on my posts on YouTube, or just go to my Instagram at the Classic Codes. The link is in my bio on my link tree. You can go to the Raw Society Coalition page, get the link there as well. And you can also cop you some merch and pull up to the show, you know what I'm saying, looking like you came to see us. You know what I'm saying? You can pull up to the show looking like you came to see us, man. But make sure you tap in. And if you're not, like I said, if you're not in the Chicagoland area already, go ahead and make plans to just get out here. It's February 13th. You got about little over a month and a half to get your travel arrangements and all that. There's if you want to stay near the venue is again in the west suburbs of Chicago, so it's not in the inner city. It is a very safe area that we have in this event at. The event is going to be intentionally intimate, so we are not selling 1 trillion tickets. So if you have intentions on being there, make sure you go ahead and copy your tickets. They're at a discounted price for the time being. Can't tell you when that's going to change. So don't wait, is all I'm saying. And a matter of fact, let me leave you with this before I go.
Classic. They don't like it when you got that glow. And one thing they hate worse than you having that glow is when you know you got that glow. They don't like that. They don't like that at all. So give them a reason to keep hating on it. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, or farming home up in rank. Step in the room, they paid away. I get treated like a milli tank. Southpaw like I'm really tank. I do things that they really can't. envious, cause they really ain't. I'ma win any type of way. That's a parlay you could take to the bank. That's a parlay you could take to the bank. Know some people I love, put some smut on my name. Real life, I'ma still love them the same. I'ma love them from outside.
Yeah, so make sure that y'all pull up, man. Make sure that you guys pull up to the event. Get out here to the west suburbs, Chicago, man. It's going to be an amazing night. Dope music, dope food, dope drinks, dope atmosphere, dope conversation. It's fit for people who are in relationships to pull up for some date night vibes for the Valentine's Day. Or if you single, you can come to the establishment and bump into a Valentine for sure, for sure. But either way, you know, people will leave there and they going to feel like.
Remember this day. Remember this day.
You know what I'm saying? For sure, for sure. But yeah, man, it's classic with the classic codes. Let me get the chat situated real quick too. All love, soft rain. Link is on the top of the merch page as well. Yep, the link is on top of the merch page for tickets as well. Tears down said 333. Conversations with soft rain said pull up on us. Yeah, pull up on us. We're going to have a great time, man, for sure, for sure. I'm looking forward to it. I'm trying to get my outfit together. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna have that shit on. Yeah. I'm finna have that shit on. You know what I mean? How we doing it. But yeah, man, it's classic with the classic codes. We got another great live show. And if y'all don't do nothing else for me, stick to the codes. Yeah.
Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Weathered the winters when left in the cold.